Well, Seattle is now a classic city of the first move. As with New York and San Francisco and LA, restless young people move here right out of college. They want to hang out in a cool city with lots of starter jobs and other young people and good nightlife. Psychologically, they're not really intending to stay, so much as to get launched. Last move cities build solid middle-class neighborhoods, jobs, and institutions. First move cities draw irreverent, disruptive, geeky, creative class people. They have built an innovation economy. That's the major fault line in our region and our politics, the tension between an innovation economy and a somewhat dispirited civic Seattle. Bridging this gap is the challenge and opportunity of the day, and that's my theme today. Thanks largely to Microsoft, this region massively put its eggs in the new economy and the young workforce it requires and draws. The transformation has been especially dramatic and swift in Seattle. Only a generation ago, we were the most middle-class large city in America. Now we are a city with a high number of well-educated, young, detached newcomers. We are San Francisco. Here are a few figures to demonstrate how extreme a case Seattle has become. I just moved in that direction. It's way out on the edge of these indicators, how far the pendulum has swung. Our average household size is now 2.08, well below the national average of 2.61, and lower even than San Francisco's. The percentage of families with children is 19%. This is Seattle city limits I'm talking about. National average is 31%. The percentage of non-family or unmarried households is 55%. National average 33%. 53% of Seattle adults have a college degree, highest in the nation, 20 points above the national average. Lastly, 31% of the Seattle population has lived in the city for 5 years or less. Only Austin, Texas has a higher number of newcomers thus defined, and that's 32%. So welcome to the new Seattle. Smart, unmoored, mobile, young, liberal in politics. Interestingly, the demographic portrait of towns around Seattle is very close to the national norms. So if you are in Seattle, picture a speeding bicyclist passing you as you sit in your Lexus SUV at a long red light and maybe giving you the finger. Such rapid demographic change has finally caught up with our slow-to-change political order. Suddenly coming to power, this new elite finds the fading regime too fond of cars, too slow in addressing climate change, too cozy with established ways of doing things. As one friend in McGinn's office says to me, I'm Microsoft, Mike's Apple. In short, Mayor McGinn is no fluke, and his politics, like the mayor, are likely to stay, or are likely here to stay. These politics are impatient, oppositional, anti-suburban, deep green. They have only the slightest ties to unions, to big vested interests like the University of Washington or Microsoft, to City Hall and its unions. Just as previous insurgency used the Pike Place Market and the Commons and the R.H. Thompson Expressway as wedge issues in assuming power and as organizational tools, so this rising counter-elite uses the waterfront tunnel as a big fat symbol of auto-worshipping old think. The key issue around which this new politics turns is climate change and what we can do about it locally and in our personal lives. A long-time goal of Civic Seattle has been to stop sprawl and to build up a high-interaction, culturally rich downtown. The record is mixed. The Downtown Seattle Association recently reported that Seattle has lost 30,000 jobs in a decade, 21,000 of them from the core city. 3,500 of those were from WAMU. We're very late in building rail transit, maybe too late. Or look at another measure, the percentage of all jobs